Hi guys, it's Gav here in the wood, and today I'm in this bit of citrus spruce. It's actually raining quite heavily. Well, it's kind of misty. It's stake out the ground. So yeah, it's quite misty, and I want to talk to you about uh, walking prayer, or this healing quality of walking prayer. I'm just going to show you where I am first of all. So it can actually be quite spooky when it's like this. There's something quite nice about it as well. It embodies that sense of mystery, literally the mystery of the mist. So, upright prayer. I've just got my stake with me. Look at that. Um, and one thing about walking with the staff or the stake is it's a reminder of human uprightness. Um, which is a fantastic thing when you think about it. You just think about the gift of uprightness in that radiant, light filled column of uprightness the human being is. I want to tell you this story. So, one time I went to the standing stones, and it was these ones up in Mull. And I was asking the question, why are they there? That question. It's a great question to ask when you go to these stones. Um, and one of the answers I got is it was a message for human beings, from ancient human beings, and the message was to um, really embody their uprightness, and within that, embody their individuality, because each stone is different, and just be with your uprightness and with your individuality at the same time. So let that sink in, be with your uprightness and be with your individuality at the same time. There's a tree right there that isn't upright. There's another holly there, and it's returning exactly to uprightness, connection between the earth and the sky or the heavens. And that's one of the things that you notice when you're walking through these commercial woodlands, particularly when the trees have been allowed to grow like they are grown here. They're really oversized for harvest. But it's that quality of uprightness, that majestic uprightness. Look at that. Look at them. It really does. When you're walking through, you actually get this feeling of wanting to just walk upright. So Yeah, and I think one of the things to do with it is when you're out walking, um, it's a great meditation to do is just to embody your uprightness. What do I mean by that? That's the question. So let's go down here into this piece of wood where the trees are a bit closer. I'm just going to put my stake in. Um, and I'm going to just be with these trees that are here. I'm going to embody this uprightness. So there's so many different ways of getting into it. Like the Alexander technique, he done that whole thing on the healing quality of uprightness. And he used imagery, this lifting up quality. And that's what it's about. It's about using this imagery to strengthen your being. Can't get over that holly tree there, look. The way it's come down, had wood dropped on it, yet it's still grown upright. It just shows that kind of intelligentness through what the plants haven't got, which is this, they aren't animals, as it were, so they haven't got this ability to move. So but they embody that uprightness quality. And that kind of shows the intelligence of growth that can be embodied. So, yeah, what you can do is you can come into the wood like this. Look at those columns and just walk with that upright quality. Connect with the uprightness of the trees. Feel it in your body. And just treat it as a living meditation. It's a bit like a living prayer, actually. Feel it embodied in your body. And then the next stage is to bring it into movement. And what I've found over the years is two forms of movement that really work with us. One of them is a stocking step that Tom Brown taught me, which is a way of placing the foot with the outside of the front, the ball of the foot down first, slowly letting it roll over, letting it take the weight, go back, and then letting it beginning to hold the whole weight of the body there in that one. And now just bringing the other one over like that. And the same thing with that one. Now let that one take the weight. You can do what you call the 66-second step. You'll see this in a few of my other videos. And basically what it is another way of doing this. And Rudolf Steiner gives this thing called eurythmy. And there's a thing called threefold walking, which is very similar to the stocking step. And it's basically the same thing. It's placing you don't do it with boots on. Tom Brown said you could do it with boots on, so you could do what you call a gravel walk. They should practice walking totally silently over gravel with boots on. But basically, it's placing the foot down like that on the outside of the front part of the ball of the foot, bringing it right over, and it's just going through the whole quality of the movement in the step. It's good to practice this at least once when you're out walking each time. And then you can bring it into slightly quicker steps. It just helps your whole meditation of walking. The other thing to do is walk with a smile in your chest. That's a good one because it's like leading from the heart. So it's a kind of, you're not leading from this lower chakra, which a lot of the Tai Chi moves come from. You're leading from the heart chakra, and it's a kind of conscious, kind of radiant movement. So you're kind of letting the legs follow, as it were, but the heart's leading like that. There we go. And you really become conscious of where your feet are, what they're landing on. As we step back, the ground's really quite rough here. It's getting dark as well. It's a great thing to practice in the dark. The other thing it helps with is you're practicing in the dark, moving slowly, and it helps you with not panicking when it gets dark in the wood, which is when most people hurt themselves, is when they panic. This is just a very calm way of moving. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because at this time of year, this is we're still in January. We're moving into the next Aquarius, so still in Capricorn. It's a great image, this light-filled uprightness and radiant heart quality. And move with that in a meditation and just allow the image to cultivate the image as you move. Just fully embody it. Of course, you need to start standing still and eat. First of all, you really need to practice it sitting in quiet meditation, but eventually you can get it into a place where you move with it. And that's what the aim is to move with it. It's kind of like a moving prayer of the body, uprightness. And it connects so much to the secret of these standing stones. Basically, what these guys are saying to us is like, just be yourself and be upright. That's what the main message is. And when they're in a circle, it's like, be in that community as yourself upright. That's what the message is from these standing stones. On one level, it does go a lot deeper. Now, I just wanted to share that with you because it's a really simple meditation or practice, but it's a great one to work with. I'm going to leave it there before it gets totally pitch black. I'll just do a wee bit of movement myself. so you can try and hold the mic at the same time. So you can, it's not so easy. Well, you do it through the rough in the wood. Focusing, so you're letting your body's moving over all these tree stumps and everything, rough terrain. Eventually you can run in this way. And it takes a bit of time though. It's basic practice is moving with joy in the body. You're cultivating the right image to bring strength and power back into your body. Because so many images when you're walking, when you think about it, you walk in that kind of astral animal like form where your head's down a bit like that. And it's not really placing, carrying your feet. It's kind of uplifting your whole being out of that down posture. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I can get out the wood before it gets totally pitch black. So